Hey everybody, welcome back. My name's Will, and tonight I'm going to be solo ice camping for the first time. We're back in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, and we're on the front of a giant blizzard that's about to come in tonight. We're expecting 4 to 6 inches of fresh snow, and hopefully with some of these pre-front conditions, the walleye are biting. I've already put a few on the ice, so come along with. See how I've got this ice camp set up. Tonight I'm using the diesel heater. I'll show you a little bit about that. So come along with me and enjoy the beauty of the Northwoods as we chase some flags. Thanks for watching. All right, well maybe I did or didn't mention, but this is gonna be my first solo camp out on the ice. Right now we don't have snow, but we're projected to get another couple inches of snow tonight. I don't quite know how bad that's gonna get, so all we can do is just make sure that I got the diesel heater going and that I'm plenty warm. All right, made it. Bit of a haze. It's like a little mist right now. It's gonna turn to snow later. So I gotta decide now, do I put the tip ups in quick? Or do I do the shack? I think I'm gonna do the tip ups, get those out of the way, and then we're gonna get going on the shack as soon as possible, get everything inside, keep it nice and dry, and set up camp. This time of year, we've got about 2.5 to 3 feet of ice here in northern Wisconsin. So your auger matters. Especially if you're running and gunning all day long and you're poking holes, you want to have something that can be light, fast, and have a good battery life. I personally run this Milwaukee Fuel brushless hammer drill, and I've got that paired with the HG12 red lithium battery. It's in the M18 series. This K drill paired with this drill right here is a match made in heaven. These K drill blades, they've got a chipper blade on them. It's different than the razors that you might see people use or traditionally use. The nice part about K drill is at the end of the season, after you've used these blades a bunch and cut through a ton of ice, so you can take them off the bottom of the drill, send them back to K drill. They're gonna sharpen them for you and return them to you so that they're ready to go for next season. So this is one of my favorite setups, and I'll show you why here. And again, I've got that on the 1 setting, set to the drill. I've got a couple leaders here that are, I believe they're 10-pound fluoro, tied them up brand new. And you know, you always do run the risk with these lighter leaders that you're gonna lose a fish, but I'd rather have a shot at a finicky giant walleye than to not get a shot at all. And if I lose one, so be it. I picked up about 2 dozen medium shiners in town. That's what we're working with today. We really shouldn't have to worry about the holes freezing up. It's gonna be pretty warm tonight. Now we're fishing in about 10 feet of water here. And there's a little bit of a weed bed, a weed hump that comes up. So this tip up here is just set up right on the edge of that weed line. And we're gonna keep that minnow just right off the bottom, right on top of those weeds. All right, well that didn't take long at all. I was literally just setting up this flag behind me and came back to grab the minnow bucket. I watched it pull some line out, but no. Oh, there it goes. Let's see what we got here. Come on. Come on, that's how we're gonna start the day. It's like 2 p.m. That's what we're after, everybody. That's the Northwoods gold right there. There she is. All right, we're gonna send her right back. Might as well start getting shack set up. I got my 3 flags in, one here, one behind the camera, and one here to my right, or your left. Obviously, I'm gonna be running a heater in the shack tonight. And if I don't have this tarp down, that water can seep through the tiles and create just a mess. There's a couple deer over there. I hope those are deer. I think this is as good a spot as any right here. Now I'm curious, for those of you that ice camp, after you put your tarp down, do you put the tiles down first and then your shack? Or do you do your shack first and then do the tiles with it? Today I think I'm gonna put the shack first, put the shack spikes in and then do the tiles, just because I'm on my own and it's a bit windy. All right, well, the shack's all set up. Got the stakes down. Probably set up the bunk over here. Next thing is to get all of the tiles down on the ground and get all the gear inside. Now, I'm sure there's an art to this, but I certainly don't know what it is. You know, I hear guys talking about 1-inch foam panels, that they're easier to use and that they obviously have a better insulation value or an R value. If you use 1-inch panels, leave a comment down below if it's worth it. You know, these panels, these are 3/8 inch. So if you're someone that uses a 1-inch, I'd like to know, does it make that much of a difference? Because if so, I think for next year, I'm going to make that investment. All right. We got 2 more things to do before I consider camp fully set up. And that is to set up the disco bed and then get the diesel heater hooked up and ready to go. After that, it's just fishing and eating and relaxing on the nice lake. I gotta say, I'm really happy with these disco beds. We actually used these before I did any ice camping, so I was familiar with these, but then when the idea came up to start doing some ice camping, it was the obvious choice for this type of thing. They're just easy, they pack down really nice. They're sturdy, they give you the ability to raise bunks, so I can fish in here with my buddy Adrian or whoever. We don't have to take up too much space in terms of square footage on the floor. They go together in just minutes. I probably make it look harder than it needs to be, but yeah, essentially what you got here is you've got 3 poles. You've got a middle one here, an end one. All right, we're gonna do this one more time, and all right, that's it. That's all we need out of this case. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack this up. We're gonna feed this. This is the actual cod itself. We're gonna feed this through here. We'll line up these endos just like some scaffolding. And there you hear a click. Give it a good old pull. Just pops right into place. Alright. So there you have it. This is my bed for the night. Throw a pillow down, sleeping bag, and we're good to go. I was just getting everything set up and I looked outside and we got a flag here. Certainly not moving. but the line's kind of going off to this side here. Feels like maybe there's nothing there. But boy, was that line pulled out. Holy cow. Minnow is all beat up. Man, that took out a lot of line. Just for context, this is only like 7 feet of water right here. So all this line was pulled out. But the minnow's still kicking, so. All right, so what we've got going on tonight, we're actually on the back end of a major front that came through. The last couple days before this, the weather, even in northern Wisconsin, has been exceptionally warm. I think up here the last couple days it's been about 45 degrees, which is really uncharacteristic of the weather up here, especially middle of February. But last night up here we had a front come through. We had winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour. We had snow, we had sleet, and we had a temperature drop back down into about the 30s, which is still considered pretty mild. So tonight I didn't really know one way or the other if the bite was going to be good or not. You know, always leading up to a front is typically pretty good. After a front, it can be hit or miss. So in the very first ice camping video that I did with my buddy Adrian, we were just using a small little buddy heater, and it worked well. It barely went through any propane. However, the only downside is that when you're using a when you're using a propane heater, that reaction causes so much moisture in the air. Not to mention it kind of has a little bit of a nauseous smell to it, but the air is really wet. Everybody knows when you're ice fishing, if you get wet, if your clothes get wet and you can't dry them out, it can get really cold. Now today, it's pretty mild. I don't think it's gonna get below 28 degrees tonight here. But regardless, it's always good, especially that I'm out here on my own. I don't wanna risk getting too cold and not being able to take care of myself. So what I've got today is I've got a diesel heater, and I'm gonna show you how I got this thing set up. So here it is. This is the H Calorie. It's a 7.5 liter diesel heater. And the reason that I'm opting to use a diesel heater out here is because when you combust diesel, the output is much drier. The air is dry. It doesn't have a smell to it. The exhaust does, but the exhaust, I'll show you, the exhaust never comes into the shack. So first things first, we're gonna get our exhaust set up here. This is the exhaust coming out the back here. So what you do is you just set that right on there. You wanna make sure that this is always kind of tipped downward. There might be some condensation just from their combustion itself. You want to make sure that condensation can run down and out the end here. If you don't, this could freeze up in here. This could act as more of like a P-trap, and it could freeze up on a cold night, and that exhaust has nowhere to go. Now, the next part here, I've got 2 pieces of dryer duct. This is a 4-inch dryer duct. There's 2 things I need to do with this. One is going to go from the output fan with the hot warm air going into the shack, and then the other one is going to be also routed into the shack, and that's going to be pulling in the warm air that this already heated, and it's going to feed it back through. The reason that we do it this way is because this thing is going to run more efficiently, and it's going to be able to heat up the air better if it's heating already warmed air. The new Eskimos, they all have these flaps for this exact reason. So you can just feed it right in there, and on the inside you can cinch it down. Okay, this one's going again. It's ripping. Oh yeah, this has got some weight to it. This has got some weight to it. Come on, baby. What do we got? It's got walleye head shakes. What do we got? Oh, big head shakes for a walleye. Look at how much line this thing pulled out. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on, buddy. Come on. Let's go. That is a dandy. Hook right in the corner of the mouth. All right, there it is. A beautiful Northwoods walleye. I mean, this is just so awesome. It's not even the witching hour yet. I'd say that's probably all 23 inches. That is just a dandy of a walleye right there. Such a beautiful fish. All right, that's number 2 for the night. I'm already satisfied. If we don't catch another one tonight, that is okay by me. Something tells me though that won't be the case. The snow is starting to come down. It's kind of a sleet right now, but it's going to turn into a snow. The snowstorm is coming, and this prefrontal bite is pretty fun. Just watch this flag pop up. So we're spinning and then it stopped. Yeah, nothing there. Been jigging here for about 10 minutes with no luck, and then right as I put the camera away, I come back and I start giving it a little like this. And here comes a mark just racing up. Here he comes right now. Oh, come on. That one hurts. Alright, well, I'm just getting the diesel heater fired up. I've got that connected to my jackery. It's got the AC port here. Right now we're drawing right around between 35 and 38 watts on startup. I would think that as soon as this thing kind of reaches temperature, that's going to drop down to around 30 at the setting that I've currently got it. This here, this is the nice dry warm air, and this is the intake. So I have it sitting up just a little bit higher here with the hopes that it's going to start pulling some of that warm air closer to the ceiling down, so that machine doesn't have to work as hard to warm that air. I think it's time to cook some dinner. I prepped some chicken breasts with some mozzarella barbecue. I'm gonna make a couple sandwiches out of that. We're gonna warm them up here on the cast iron. Well, the snow's really starting to come down. It's more of a sleet right now. We're kind of right at that point with 32, 33 degrees where it can't really decide what it wants to be. So I can hear that kind of coming down on the shack. I've still got 2 flags out. Haven't had anything jigging up in the shack. I made my sandwich and that was tasty. I think it's time for dessert. I know outdoor boys, you know, they always do their honey bread. But for me, I think banana bread is gonna have to be the staple. Yep, we got this one. It's feeling all right. We haven't had a flag here in a little while. Oh yeah, nice walleye. Really nice walleye. Really nice. Take a look at that. That's what this is all about. We're out here chasing this Northwoods goal. He's got a grip on my finger there. We'll get him right back. What an awesome fish. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. He's gonna he's gonna break our losing streak here. So we're gonna get him right back. Yeah, just like that, huh? Just like that. All right, well, we're getting some really, really nice, dry, and warm heat. It's only about halfway turned up, so I've got it on level 5 right now of 10. The Jackery is showing that it's only drawing about 20 watts right now, which is much lower than I thought. The Jackery is telling me that at this rate, I can run this diesel heater at this setting for 33.4 hours. Pretty happy with this. I'm not gonna need it to be any warmer than the way it is right now. All right, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the remaining tip-ups. I've got one here in the shack. It's about 9 o'clock. I could leave the tip-ups out a bit longer, but I'm tired. It's been a long day, and doing this camping solo is just a lot of extra work. For tomorrow morning, I think I'm gonna get up around 5:30 or so, get the flags reset, and fish that morning bite. So I'm gonna hunker down. The snow's blowing outside right now. I can hear it hitting the top of the shack. It's nice and warm in here. So I'm gonna go get those tip-ups, and I think we're gonna call it a night. So I'll see you in the morning. Morning. It's actually pretty warm in here. I actually slept pretty well. We're gonna go set some lines right now, come back, make a cup of coffee, see if we can't put a couple more walleyes on the ice this morning. All right, that didn't take long. First flag of the morning. Woo. Yeah. Feels like a walleye. Nice head shakes. This has been in for all of 5 minutes. Look at that. All right. Here we go. Another Northwoods walleye to start the day. We've had lines in for all of 5 minutes. Let's get this guy back. Yeah. It's so nice and calm out right now. All right, well, I had just filmed an outro, and no more than 2 seconds later, this flag pops. What is going on here? Check this out. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Look at that. Huge appetite on that little guy. The minnow's still kicking. We'll give him the minnow for the day. Crazy the attitude on those perch. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it here for this trip. Gonna get things packed up. Appreciate y'all coming with me. Caught a couple nice walleyes, enjoyed a nice night out on the ice, and enjoyed just a beautiful morning now. I'm actually going back out tonight and maybe one more time this weekend. And then after that, I think it's time to get off the ice and go hit the rivers for some steelhead. I'll be doing some truck camping videos up in the UP, chasing steelhead, maybe a trip down to Lake Erie for some walleye. Got a lot of fun things planned. So if you like this type of content, make sure you're subscribed below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming with me. I appreciate y'all, and have a good one.